Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. For today's video, we're in the Joyce, Kilmer, Slickrock Wilderness area. We're going to be doing a hike to Wildcat Falls on Slickrock Creek. This hike is going to be somewhere around 5 miles in length, round trip. I did drive a long, probably 6-mile gravel road here, which was in really good shape. I was able to run about 15 to 20 miles an hour the whole way through this parking area here where there's only one other car. So we'll probably be out here, have all this to ourselves today, I believe. We're going to start on the Big Fat Branch Trail, which is right here behind the big sign. And we're going to hike it for a good ways, and then we're going to connect to the Slickrock Creek Trail, I believe is the name of it. Go the rest of the way to Wildcat Falls. And it's currently about 10:30 in the morning. Got a slight breeze going on here, and about 44 degrees. I should have clear weather, but the breeze make it a little cool on us. But nonetheless, it should be a pretty good day for hiking. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for tuning in. See you on the trail. So right off the bat, the trail starts to descend very steeply. Wide enough to where maybe this was once an old logging road, but this is definitely not a trail that sees much action. Very primitive feel. I don't think these are the biggest trees that you see out here in the Joyce Kilmer forest, but it's pretty good sized ones. Yes, very primitive. Did make an error too. I forgot my hiking shoes at home, so I'm not wearing the proper footwear, but I do have my rain boots in one of our bags, so whenever we get to the creeks, I'll have the right shoes to use for those, at least the creek crossings. There will be somewhere around 11 or 12 creek crossings for this, I think. Some are easier, some are not. It should make this a true adventure. I live about 3 hours from here, so I'm not exactly sure how much rain this area has seen, but earlier in the week, we probably saw a couple inches. And like I said, it's a good ways from here. Still working our way down. I think I read somewhere online that this beginning of this trail loses 600 feet in like half a mile, which will make a workout opportunity on the way back. I think we descend all the way down to where this meets the Big Fat Branch, and then we'll walk alongside it for a while. There's a handful of crossings on it, but I think they're easy. At least that's what it said in Kevin Adams' book. I don't know if I mentioned before or not, but this will be number 98 on the Kevin Adams 100 waterfall challenge for me. Looks like we got some deadfall to contend with here. Maybe there's a little path that's already been worn that goes around it. Yep, a little detour. More deadfall, if you can believe it. Pretty big piece of it. It's the first creek crossing. Relatively easy one. There's a huge tree right here. So we finally got down here in the valley, so to speak. We're somewhat leveled off. We're just kind of hiking flat here. Trail kind of fades away and comes back. Checking my map every so often to make sure on the right path, which we are. So the other person we saw in the parking area was a little strange, but a guy showed up in the truck and he had a dog box on the back. He got out whenever we got out and was getting our things together, and he asked if we would give him a minute to go in the woods first. Let him go in the woods first because he had his dog. He didn't want his dog to follow us around. It's a little strange. Anyway, haven't seen him. Not sure how far he's going or where he went, any of that, but just in case we didn't leave nothing in the car. Forest is getting a little greener now. The closer we get to just a little bit of sound of water. A lot of young trees down through here. Trail narrowed out a little bit. Also went uphill just for not very short, not very long distance, but went uphill just a little bit. Now we're going back down some. All right, we've made it to our second creek crossing, and this is still Big Fat Branch. Again, I did not have the right shoes on. That looks to be fairly easy and rock hoppable. Water's down fairly low, which I'm not sure if this is how this is all the time or not, but the trail picks up right across there, so we'll cross right now. Yeah. Another obstacle here. These have been here for a while. Okay. So good haul to tote that out here and just leave it. I do believe we got a trail junction coming up here. See what our sign says. So we're going to continue on the Big Fat Gap Trail. Or Big Fat Trail, as it's noted there. I'm not sure if it's actually Gap or not. I don't know where I saw that. Just another couple tenths of a mile. And we're going to meet the Slickrock Trail. All right. So not even a tenth of a mile, probably. There's another junction. We're gonna bear off right here. I'm not gonna walk over there right now, but there's a really nice, good sized campsite right at the junction there. Be a great spot to camp if you were wanting a backpack. There's also another one right here. Somebody's even got some wood piled up for you already. Nice. First crossing of Slickrock Creek. Got our boots on. I made it across relatively easy. Did not get any water down in my boots, so at least at this point, water's not up too high. I do believe though, as we discussed, no matter what, it's warmed up to probably low 50s out here already. It's 12 o'clock. No matter what, we're gonna try and make it. Even if it gets up past the knee, we're just gonna do it. Trail continues this way. Just gonna weave in and out away from the creek and cross it several times. Another awesome campsite right there. And there's an unusual arrangement of deadfall wedged in this tree right here. Crazy how that just happens. It's just been a couple tenths of a mile since the crossing. It's been completely flat. We're just walking right along the side of the creek. Probably the nicest section of the hike so far, in my opinion. Passing over a rocky section here. This is the old piece of metal here that was mentioned in the book. Laying right through there. And another crossing right here. This one's also kind of more shallow. Keep your feet dry crossing. A nice little cascade there. Another crossing right here. This one's a little deeper, but I still managed stepping on certain rocks to keep my feet above the water, but I made it. Her boots are taller than mine, so she's a little bit easier for her. Really, really nice section right here. The creek on my left side now. Getting pretty close. I think we just got a few tenths left. The map's a little all over the place when it comes to the water crossing. Some of it hasn't been totally accurate the way it looks versus how I've seen it. So I'm not certain if we're going to have to cross again or not. One of these crossings is supposed to be notably difficult, more difficult than the others. I have not encountered that yet, so either the water's down and we've already done it, or we haven't made it to it yet. Waiting to find out. Huge campsite right here. Fire ring right in the middle. Pretty cool spot. Love how flat this has been since we've met the Slickrock Creek off from the other trail. It's really been great. Well, there was another crossing. It was the most difficult, but I still made it without getting wet. Ooh, she just barely got her leg wet. Yep, she got wet. Not too bad though. Bit of scrambling here across this old sign. So, just saw the waterfall. Made a little mistake whenever we got there. I had to scramble down some boulders to get to the base, but you can't see the entire waterfall at the base. You can only see the lower 2 tiers of it, which is really nice anyway in itself. But anyway, I took several photos with my camera, and I just completely forgot to take any video. I took a lot of photos, sat down, ate lunch, packed up and left. Just completely forgot about video. So at the end of the video, I'm gonna put some of my photos in here. So hate that happened, but the last creek crossing and the bank scramble I don't want to do again, so I'm not going back. But nonetheless, you'll see some photos and you'll know exactly what it looks like. A really nice cascade right here at major crossing number 2. That's what I'm going to refer to it as. Probably the second worst crossing, I would say, in my opinion. But this one wasn't too bad. Really scenic through here.